Okay, so for my next project to use up my scraps of paper, I thought I would do some tag cards. It's been a while since I've done some tag cards, and I have a few of these 3x4 cards left that I think will also be cute for just, you know, sentimental titles, stamps, you know, things like that. Okay, so for my next project to use up my scraps of paper, I have these tags, and it's been a while since I've done tag cards, so I thought I would do some tag cards. We've done them before, but they're super fun and really easy and quick to make. So I'm going to take some of these scraps of paper that I have left, and we're going to see what I can make with it. A lot, actually, probably. The scraps I keep saying I'm going to use up the scraps, and I just keep going and keep going. So we'll see how much we can get done out of this kit. Now, okay, so to start with, we're going to trace out one of these tags. So I'm going to start with, actually, let's do this one. I have it already kind of played with a little. So on this one, we're going to want to actually, so these are 3.5 inches. So these are 3 inches, and I believe they're by, I'm not quite sure, let me check really fast. How long are they? So this one, they're different. So this is 3 by about 5.5. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a 6 by 5.5 piece of paper. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut that really quickly. I'm going to do 6 by 5.5. Okay. And this is going to become our card base. So I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to do the light on the inside so that makes it easy for writing on. I mean, if you have a white pen, you can always write on the dark when you go to actually send it. There we go. All right. Okay, so now I have my little card base, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to cut the top part of that out and even these little corners. Give it a good inking. So now we have our little card base, and I'd probably even ink this top parts and everything in here. But it doesn't have to take long. As you can see, it really doesn't have to be too crazy long of an effort. All right. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm just gonna play and decorate up my card. Maybe I'll do something like that. I did like how the leaves were on there. I could do something like this, throw it on this side. Maybe do have a couple of those coming from the top. So let me play with that and we'll see what we come up with. So when you're inking this fern, you know, you really have to kind of hold it with your hands. So your hands are going to get inked. But to get in, I just kind of rubbed my dauber in there. Did more of a top ink inside of those. And yes, my hands are dirty. So pull out those baby wipes and you can wipe your hands off. And maybe just a little button up at the top, and then we're done with this tag card. You know what I love also about these tag cards, if you're not a card maker, but most likely you have these accessories and probably even the tags from scrapbooking or the projects you've done, you know, you can still make a little card, and it's cute and simple, great for just because, to send it to someone, to give it to someone, to leave it somewhere special for them to find. That's always fun. Whether that's your children's bed, your hubby's car, the front porch of a neighbor, and just kind of leave it there for them to find it. Okay, so let's go ahead with another one. Let's say we want to do Happy Fall, maybe. let's see, change it up here. You're my favorite sweetie pie. That's cute. Can do something like that. There's also this give thanks and eat pie. And you know, if you even go off the edges a little, like with this pie, I think it's still okay, because if you're just putting it in like a 4x6 card envelope, it would still fit because it's not, it's small. So, you know what I'll show you? I'll show you a really fun idea that you can do with these. Hold on, let me grab the bags. So you know these paper bags, and you can get them all shapes and sizes. So maybe even a little bit smaller so this fits really nice and tug. These are the only ones that I have. You could put that in here and maybe like a couple goodies, you know, something like that. But if this was just a little bit smaller, then it would just be, you just kind of slide it in and slide it out. So wouldn't that be fun? And this kind of more craft paper look really works with the fall. Okay, so going to the next card, now that that idea is out of the way. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it with this pattern because I think it will just be so cute for it to be on the back side, even though most of the front probably will be covered. I'm gonna give it a go and see what it looks like. So same thing, we're gonna go ahead and cut 5.5 inches. Let me make sure on this one, how long this one is. Yeah, so 5.5 inches. Okay. And again, I cut it so that my length is always intact with my 12-inch length. Okay, and then I think this one is also 3 inches. So that's also 3 inches. So we're just gonna go by 6 inches here. Okay. And we'll fold that in half. All right, so now I gotta decide which of these I want to use. On this specific pattern here. I'm gonna go with this one, the Thanksgiving one, just because it's light and it could still be a thank you card. You know, you could still put thank you inside. So maybe it's like thanks from our families to yours or something. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Like that's a good reason also to send a card. So that's gonna be that. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do like a little pocket look. Maybe I'll have it all the way down. I don't know if I want it all the way down. But either way, maybe throw in a little pumpkin in the gold. Kind of up there. Okay, let's see what that does. Let's try that out. Okay, I'm getting down to the last of this flower pattern here. But I'm just gonna trace out that top part again here, utilizing as much of this as I can. So again, great thing about the designer templates, you can utilize your scraps very smart and efficiently. I want a little bit of a scallop here, so I'm just gonna go to 3 inches and cut me a piece out. Okay, and sometimes those last layers really add a lot. So I just feel like some things kind of blend in here. And so sometimes when something's off, I can't say it enough. When something goes off, add another layer. Add another layer. Just quickly add another layer and it usually does the trick. So I trimmed off those edges, cleaned it up, and then I'm just gonna add something here at the top, and we're done. And I like how when you turn it over, that pattern's there. And then of course you can write in here with a lighter pen, but I think even a dark pen still would work in the brown. All right, should we do one more? I still have tons of scraps left. I might have to go and do a one-pager or something to use the rest of them, but let's do one more tag for fun. So we use this pattern, use that one. So let's go ahead and try maybe, I don't know, a small tag, or we can layer this tag on top of this tag. Well, that could be kind of cute. Okay, so I made this card, and all I did was take Nature 4 and Tiny Nature, since they layer really great. And I traced it out of the tag layer here, right? Adhered that down, and then I took Nature 4T, the smaller version, and traced it out of the little burlap texture that comes in the kit. And a simple card. But I thought I'd try it again, and I'm going to do another card because then I have more scraps. And I'm going to try maybe doing the butterflies from the nature sets. Just for a different element, I think. It's kind of fun. So that's what I'm going to be working on, but I wanted to see what this is going to look like here at the top. So I'm going to thread this ribbon through here really quickly, because I decided to put it on the first layer instead of like this back layer. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to fold a piece of ribbon over, you pinch it, you can twirl this end, and then you kind of want to get that so that it goes through the hole, right? Like so. And we'll trim that off, and then you're going to open up that and go ahead and thread that through. So I don't think on the last tag I showed you, but just in case anyone's new to that, it's always nice to show. I know how frustrating it can be, and sometimes in the videos where you're like, wait, they didn't show that, go back. All right, see? It's a very basic. I use that technique all the time for years, and then you don't have to staple or anything. But it's fun. It just depends on what project you're working with, and it lays flat, so that's good. You know, and I think I kind of want to dress that up just a little bit more, so I'm going to take some of this twine, thinner twine now. Let's try a couple layers of it. So I'm going to, okay, well, that's probably too long, but that's okay, I'll trim it up. I think I'm going to tie a thing around here. Let's give this a try, we'll see. Okay, pull that down, make it so it knots. And then you could have this hanging down, so like just knot it around that end piece there. But I'm actually going to tie a bow, and a good friend of mine years ago, Diana, taught me if you tie a bow upside down, then your strands will go the way you want them, which is this way. This is the way I want them to go. So if you tie it like this and you want them to go that way, then they'll go this way. For the most part, it works. So I'm going to cut these like so. I'm going to just pull that tight just a little bit more. Bows can be a lot of fun, but just know you're not alone. So when you see perfect bows, it's because they either learned it or they mess with it for a minute. All right, so see how it kind of lays this way? So because I went and tied it this way, it helps, and they just kind of lay down. And we'll see how long I want these to be. All right. That could be really cute on a scrapbook page or a project as well. So I wanted to show you guys that, so I'm going to go ahead and now quickly just trace these pieces out. I was trying to decide if I want the butterflies or not. I could do it so that it's flying this way instead of this way. Kind of like that better. And then I was going to just cut this butterfly out of this since it fits it.